Hey guys, so far you've learned how to store single values using variables and functions. But what if you want to store a bunch of values, like a shopping list, a group of scores, or multiple names? That's where arrays come in, and we're going to learn all about them today. So what is an array? An array is simply a list, a way to store multiple values inside one variable. Instead of creating, for instance, let item 1, let item 2, etc., you can group them into one container, which is the array. So how do we create an array? Let's start by declaring a variable called fruits and then assign to it between square brackets. So that's how you do it in JavaScript. And then now we want to have the following strings: apple, and then comma separated, banana, comma separated, orange. So this is an array of strings, and each item is separated by a comma and wrapped in square brackets. Let's now console log the fruits array. So console log fruits, and we see the array here in the console. Okay, so now how do we access the items inside of the array? We do that using the items index. Now arrays are zero indexed, which means counting starts at 0. So the first item is at position 0, the second at 1, and so on. For instance, here in this example, this apple is at index 0, banana is at index 1, and orange is at index 2. So let's get some space here. So we don't start counting like this in arrays: 1, 2, and 3. As in, this is position 1, 2, and 3. This is not correct. Instead, we start always at 0. So the location of apple, the string apple, is 0 index in the array fruits. And then banana is 1. Orange is 2. So this is what it means by arrays are 0 indexed. So you always start with 0, then 1, 2, etc. So what is the location of orange in this index? Is index 2, 0, 1, 2. What is the location of apple in this index? Is index 0. Okay, so let's now try to actually access these items in the array. So let's console log. Then you always start with the array, which is stored in this variable fruits. Then between square brackets, so you open brackets, and then you enter the index of the item that you want to access. So if we wanted to access this item here, this is at index 0. So we do this. So fruits array at index 0 will give us the item at index 0, which is apple in this case. If we want to access banana, now banana is at index, this is 0, 1, 2. So banana is at index 1. So if we do 1, we will get banana. So that's how you access items in an array using their index, starting always with 0, because like I said, arrays are 0 indexed. We can also change or update any item in an array using its index. So let's have a look at that. So we take the array fruits, and then what we want to do here, we want to target, for instance, the item at index 1, which is banana. So if we go like this, fruits 1, we get banana here. And now we want to assign it a new value. And let's, for instance, change it to mango. So what we did here is we targeted banana here at index 1. So fruits is the array, banana is at index 1. We targeted this way. Then we assigned it a new value, mango. So watch what happens now when we console log fruits. We get apple, then mango, then orange. So banana is gone because the value mango has replaced the value banana this way. As developers, we often need to know how many items are in an array. This is especially important when we are dealing with loops, for instance. We will learn about loops and how they work in the future. But for now, let's look at what is available in JavaScript to tell us how many items are in an array, or to be more specific, what is the length of a specific array. So we do that, we console log, access the array, fruits, and then we use the dot operator. In this, you can see it's giving us a number of methods available on the array. The one that we want to access is length. So it's saying that we have 3 items in the fruits array, which is correct: apple, mango, orange. So let's go here and add grapes. And now we have 4. So the length method attached to the array will tell us the length of the array, or in other words, how many items are available in a specific array. Okay, let's comment all these out and talk about mixing data types in arrays. Now, arrays can hold any type of data, really, even mixed types, but usually it's best to keep them consistent. So for instance, you can have let random stuff and assign it a string, text, a number, 42, and a boolean, true. And you can log that. So we console log random stuff, and we get, again, the string text, the number 42, and the boolean true. However, like I said, it is best practice when you're using arrays to keep them consistent. So for instance, you would have an array containing only strings, another one containing only numbers. Okay, so let's comment this out and move to our practice exercise. So I'd like you to create an array called scores with 5 numbers inside. Then log the third score, then change the last score to 100, then finally log the length of the array. So pause this video now, have a go at it, then come back for the solution. Okay, so here's an example of how we would solve this. We would declare a variable called scores, and then we assign it a list of numbers, for instance 75, 88, 92, 60, and 70. Then we want to console log, so console log the array, then between brackets, what is it that we want to access here? We want to log or console log the third score. So this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. The third score is at index 2. This is its location. So you would put 2 here and we get 92. Then we want to target the 4th index in the array. So the item at location 4, we want to target that and then change it to 100. So what are we targeting here exactly? We are targeting, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are targeting 70. So we targeted 70, then we want to change it to 100. So now if we console log scores, we get 75, 88, 92, 60, and instead of the 70, we get 100 because we changed it here in this line of code. And finally, we want to console log the length of the scores array. So again, scores dot notation, and then we want to look for the length method. Here it is. And we have 5 items in the scores array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. Now you know how to store and manage lists of values using arrays. In the next episode, we'll dive into additional array methods like the length method. Powerful tools that let you add, remove, and search inside arrays. As always, hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the series, and see you in the next one.